Hey, folks. Welcome to the show. Welcome aboard. It's that happy time again. What can I say? It's Saturday. It's really a gray, nasty day here. It's been raining for 2 days. Got to show you my shirt. There you go. I don't know if you can read it. This is just who is round John Virgin anyway. Okay, it's my third holiday shirt. Hey, by the way, you got to Saturday. Next Saturday is Festivus. Dog will be down. We'll be having our usual party, you know. Robert Burke, welcome aboard. Just talking about how next week is Festivus. You got to turn in. It's Festivus in. Festivus for the rest of us. So you got to do that. Okay. Don't want to miss the show. Because we'll be doing crazy things. You know, we'll have a feat of strength, and of course we'll air our grievances, eat some meat, have a good time. So you don't want to miss that show. Oh, that's Henry, by the way. You might have missed Henry at the beginning of the show. Here's Dog. There's Henry. He's a guest on the show today. He's Dog's new roommate. He couldn't get a woman to move in with him, so he had to settle for that. I understand. He gives good head, so. Yeah, that's Henry. So I couldn't find a woman, so now he's got Henry. Henry gives good head, so better than nothing, huh, Dog? Better than Rosie Palm. Poor Henry. Yeah, I do think I'm funny. I think I'm hilarious. So, yeah, poor Henry. I understand. He's a slave to love. So, what do you got to say about that, Henry? Nothing, apparently. Yeah. Apparently Henry's into it. So, what about it, Annie? You into that thing? Yeah, seems to be. Well, I suppose we'll get on with the news. Texas Attorney General started this whole lawsuit thing. His name is Ken Paxton. Him and 17 other states have gotten on board, and I think it was 126 House members, Republican House members, of course, Republican House members, jumped behind this frivolous lawsuit that went before the Supreme Court yesterday, and they refused to even hear the damn thing because it was frivolous, of course, like all the lawsuits. I think Trump's filed over 55 lawsuits, maybe won. And so it hasn't worked out so well for him. Georgia has had 3 recounts and recertified on Tuesday that, yes, Biden won Georgia. Okay. So I don't know how many votes,
Or is that yay?
But yay.
Oh, okay.
It's yay news, it says. So it turns out that this Texas AG, Ken Paxton, FBI come knocking on his door the other day and with a subpoena. It seems that he's been doing some nasty shit himself. He's abused his office to help campaign donors, wealthy campaign donors. Okay. So he's under federal investigation while he's helping Trump. He's being investigated by the feds himself. So backing Trump might not have been a good idea. Maybe he drew too much attention to himself, So Tuesday was Safe Harbor Day. Okay. That's when the Electoral College turns their electoral votes over to Congress. And so like after that, it's all done, So Trump had all his eggs in this Texas lawsuit basket, and tough shit. It's too late now. It's a done deal.
When are they going to tell us the final vote?
January 6th. Congress makes the announcement. But that doesn't mean it's over. Okay? There can still be a dispute in Congress over this thing. Now, the president of the Senate, who is the vice president of the United States, Mike Pence, will be presiding over the joint houses of Congress when they make the announcement of what the electoral vote is. Okay? And there can be a dispute over this in Congress. Okay, if that's the case, then the House goes one way and the Senate goes another way, and they have their discussions over this thing. And then they all get back together. And let's see what happens next.
Next, they throw a party.
No, they don't throw a party. Trying to think of what happens next. Yeah, that's what happens next. Something like that. No, they somehow work it out at that point. But I don't think I don't think that Biden can lose at this point. Okay. Now, Trump can still win come Monday, but it would mean that enough members of the Electoral College would have to vote against what their states have told them the winner is. Okay. Because the Electoral College are appointed by the parties. Okay, they are party favors. Okay, I mean, some of them are Democrats, some of them are Republicans, and they vote according to the way they want to vote, not necessarily the way the people of their state have voted.
Yeah, that's absolutely bullshit.
But it would take a shitload of them, okay, to vote against the way their state is voted. And it's not going to happen. Okay. That's not going to happen. So, we'll see. Now, the legislatures in Michigan, Arizona, and Georgia had to shut down because they got visits from Rudy Giuliani. And guess who caught COVID? Rudy Giuliani. So they all had to quarantine themselves because they were exposed to that asshole who never wears a mask. And of course, he was in and out of the hospital in quick order over this COVID-19 thing because he was lucky enough to get the same treatment that all very wealthy people will be able to get, the treatment that none of us can get, of course, because we're not in that inner circle. And Giuliani made that clear, that he got the treatment Trump got. Okay. The treatment you'll never be able to get. Okay.
Well, that's fine
for the very privileged few.
Well, that's fine with me because, I don't like circles anywhere. They don't go anywhere. You never get anywhere in a circle.
Well, a wheel's a circle. And that gets you everywhere.
Ooh.
So
Circle.
there.
Circles.
So, Trump's been, Katie, welcome aboard. Melting Brain Man. You talking about Giuliani? So he's high on roids too. Yes. So Trump's been pressuring people to flip their states around. He asked the Attorney General of Pennsylvania, the governor of Georgia. He had those Michigan state legislators to the White House. These are federal crimes. Okay. To attempt to influence. Huh?
What did he specifically ask them to do?
He specifically asked the governor of Georgia to overturn the votes, to declare votes illegal, and to turn the state votes over.
Oh, damn.
Okay. He also had Lindsey Graham do the same fucking thing. Okay. So yeah, rootin' tootin' Rudy. I told that story last week. The gas man. The gas man cometh. So these are federal crimes. Okay. Anytime you try to influence an election like that, that's a federal crime. And guess what, folks? Much as he might say he can, Trump cannot. Seeker, welcome aboard. Trump cannot pardon himself. Article 2, Section 2, Clause 1 of the United States Constitution states, the president shall have the power to grant reprieves and pardons for offenses against the United States, except for impeachment. He has no power to grant pardons to himself. Okay? It's the only person in the whole country he cannot grant a pardon to is to himself. Okay? He can't do that. It's spelled out specifically in the Constitution. He does not have that power. Oh, MFG. I no longer can I say that I've not seen with these eyes any Baby Yoda swag. That's right. You cannot say that anymore.
Now, Spliffy, I've seen these reporters talking as president does interviews and asking them, do you plan to pardon yourself and stuff like that? So even these reporters don't even know what they're talking about.
Yes. This reporter does. Okay? Said simple.
No, I'm talking like mainstream reporters.
Huh?
I'm talking like mainstream reporters, like when the president has his interviews and stuff and stands out in front of whoever's mainstream reporting in front of him. They've asked him, do you plan on pardoning yourself? So they don't even know what they're talking about if he can.
Well, he can't. This reporter tells you better, okay? I know better than they do. No, he cannot pardon himself. Okay? So there. He can't do it. Constitution says so right there. Plain English. He does not have that power. Okay? That's pretty clear right there, I think. So, hey, everybody let me miss 420 completely. Shame on you. Shame on everybody. I don't know. I missed autumn. We have winter already. It's cool to see Autumn, the awesome cat in my avatar show, large like it was. She has passed from this world, yet remains. Oh, sorry to hear that. Well, happy 435, everybody. And he never lies. He thinks he is the second coming in his deluded mind. Yes, no doubt. He is certainly delusional. Shit, he still thinks he won this thing. Okay. But he put all his eggs in that Texas basket, thought if he stacked the Supreme Court that they'd actually vote in his direction and not follow the law. What a fucking dope. Okay. Dope's too good a word to call him. I smoke dope. So, going to go through some of the people who didn't make it in this administration today and show you how bad it is and how much it's cost us. And, well, I don't have the exact figures, but it hasn't been cheap. Okay.
When it comes to government, nothing's cheap.
Yeah. Well, I was late with 420. I'd waited till the show and was late to the show. It's just now that I took the 420 toke, and as it happens, was right on time. That's right, Seeker. Worked out good for both of us, huh? So, Tom Price, who was the first health secretary under Trump, was fired way back when, in 2018, for spending over $1 million on an around-the-world trip for him and his wife, and for flights back and forth to his Georgia resort property and his Nashville condo. Both military flights and private jets, by the way. So he didn't even commercially. He took a private jet. So he was fired. And then came David Shulkin, who was the Secretary of Veterans Affairs. And he got his ass fired because he went on a work trip to Europe. And he and his wife went to Wimbledon, and they went on a river cruise through Europe at our expense. Okay. You and I paid for that one too. Paid for his wife's expenses as well, you know. What's this, Katie? His mind is nothing but quid pro quo. Yes. Yeah. Then there was Scott Pruitt. Scott Pruitt was a piece of work, man. He was forced to resign. He was the EPA secretary. And he rented a condo on the cheap in Washington, D.C. from an energy lobbyist who was at a case before the EPA. So that was kind of cool. And then he had get this now, he had a phone booth put in his office, like, I don't know, like Get Smart or some shit. You need a phone booth in your office. Cone of silence. So
that's a little bit much.
Yeah, isn't it? And then he had, now get this, he had a 20-person, 24-hour security detail. What the hell you need 20 people for it? I mean, how many people you need to surround you for security purposes, okay? 20 seems extreme to me. It was 3 times the number of people that surrounded all the previous EPA dudes, okay? 3 times the security of all the previous EPA dudes. It seems excessive.
Well, I'm agreeing with H7 here. This is why I consciously object to income tax, because they're just going to waste it anyway. Why should I give them any money?
H7, welcome aboard. It's been a while.
Oh, I've started your scarf. I've started your scarf, H7, as of yesterday.
I went out again here. So after Scott Pruitt resigned, along came Interior Secretary Ron Zinke. And he was involved in a shady land deal in his hometown with Halliburton. Remember Halliburton? Anyway, the Inspector General of the Department of the Interior referred his activities to the Justice Department for prosecution, okay? Because he thought there was some criminal activity going on here. And some senior Trump officials interceded on Zinke's behalf. And no criminal action was ever taken against him. Okay. So he just kind of slid by. He had to resign, but nothing criminal ever happened to him. You know, they never took any action against him. So, but of course, he was number 4. That kind of left in shame. Not the last. Certainly not the last.
They should all leave in shame.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, though, is now he's been packing the place with loyalists, okay? He's been making it difficult for the transition to occur. So after Zinke came the one I liked the most. And it's because it's Alex Acosta, okay? And he was the Secretary of Labor. And if you recall, Alex Acosta was he was the attorney for the Southern District of Florida. And he was the one that let Jeffrey Epstein off with a sweetheart deal back in 2008, where Epstein, he got what they called a non-prosecution agreement from feds. He ended up serving like a year in the local county jail on a work release program. You know, like Epstein worked. Okay. I probably went to his mansion and screwed some teenager, you know, every day, and then went back to jail to sleep at night, you know. But some bullshit there. And that's what he had to resign over. Okay. Wasn't anything he did recently. He had to resign over the Epstein scandal, which I thought was pretty cool, that he got in trouble over that and had to resign from the cabinet over that. So that was all right. Yeah. Mike the Greek, word. So then we come to now. What we have going on now. We have the Veterans Administration, the Secretary of Veterans Affairs. You have a hard time keeping somebody there. Robert Wilkie. There was a congressional aide who was visiting a VA hospital. And she contacted Wilkie. Get this now. She contacts Wilkie and said, look, I was visiting a VA hospital and I was sexually assaulted. And what does he do? He doesn't investigate the sexual assault. He has the congressional aide investigated and tries to slander her. Okay? Tries to dig up dirt on this congressional aide and slander her. okay, tries to find some way to dig up dirt on her and make her look bad rather than investigate the sexual assault that occurred in one of his hospitals. I mean, that's fucking ridiculous. Just dropping by to say hi. Hope all is well. Much love from Whimsy and I. Well, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. So, so the Inspector General for the VA forwards this information to the Justice Department for prosecution of Wilkie. And the Justice Department decides to take, now this was for criminal prosecution, okay? And the Justice Department decides to take no action at this time. Okay. So that leaves this congressional aid just fucking hanging out there, you know? Nothing's being done. And of course, Wilkie still has his job. Hopefully after the 21st of January, he won't, or, you know, after the 20th of January, he won't. Okay. But I don't know. That's I don't know. That's Trump cabinet in a nutshell there. So wow. The week is Waltz Hayes. Not Walt like Walt Disney, but Waltz like the dance. What's this? Just think about the web of this shit that will be unraveled over the next 20 plus years. Yes. Just think how long it's going to take to straighten all this crap out with all the nasty people that he's put in place. How long it's going to take to weed all that crap out and straighten out all the shit. Hopefully, you know, and hopefully they can find
everybody.
Find all these secret files that are maybe overlooked, you know. You can only hope.
I say just fire everybody, start over with the younger crowd and a different education and a different point of view. Because these old people aren't in touch with what real people need nowadays.
Well, you don't want to fire everybody, okay? Because there are a lot of people who are lifetime state workers. I mean, lifetime federal workers who are doing a good job and always have been. Okay. And they know what they're doing. And they've been working through this in spite of Trump. Okay. So you don't want to get rid of those people, because I've seen that in state government. Changes of administration and changes in policy, and those people who stick around, the real grunts, okay, that stick around and continue to do their job. And when the administration changes back to a different party again, they're the ones that hang in there, and they're the ones that continue to do their jobs the way they're supposed to do it. Okay. Those are the people that you rely on. Okay. Administration after administration. The bosses change, the people remain the same. Okay.
Well,
bosses come and go. In government, bosses come and go. Okay. The people, the grunts, the people that do the work, they're the ones who stay. Well, it's not the elected. It's the elected fucks that they come and go, but the workers, the people that do the work, are always the same people. Okay. And those are the people you don't want to get rid of. Honestly, those are the people you don't want to get rid of.
Like the janitors. The janitors know all the secrets. I don't care what's going on in what building, the janitors know. You want inside information? Make friends with the janitor.
Oh, and Katie, you know what I'm talking about. Your dad retired from a civil service job, then you know what I'm talking about. The guy who goes to work every day, regardless of who's in charge, and does his job. You know, it doesn't make any difference who your boss is. You still go out and you do your job. You know.
Well, hey, let's revisit the weed of the week for a minute and give us some details on that one.
Oh, it's Waltz Haze, and it's a sativa, and a rather good sativa, actually. 24.36% THC. So it's a potent sativa. And I like it. What you toking on there, Henry?
Some Chernobyl.
He's not talking. He's not talking. So, Department of Interior. Oh. Who did I have in here that was from the Department of Interior? Oh, Ron Zinke. He's the one with the shady business deals going on. I think that was in Montana. Oh, I hadn't seen Katie's comment in chat stream. She'll check the switch. Yeah, you got to be in live chat.
Yeah, Google's dicks like that. They censor stuff for no reason.
Yes, they do. I see the charts and fix on it now. Curse words I hadn't even noticed. So, what's my wow story? It's on my phone. Rain alert. No, that's not it. I was peeing. No, that's not it. Here we go. It's under me.
And you're right, Katie. They have been. I mean, hold on. There are certain things you can't say. Like if you say them, YouTube will like yank your video. Like talking about the election and the vote counts and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not going to say them here on Spliffy Stream, but there are certain things you can say that YouTube will literally pull your video talking about the election and the votes.
Well, Eric Trump did a dumb. He tweeted, "Retweet if you love our president." Well, guess what? A whole bunch of people said, "Oh, sure, we love our President Biden." And such. You can imagine the responses he got. Love it when real Donald Trump gets booted from the White House. Joe Biden? Yes, I do.
Oh, I'd love to see them escort him out of the White House.
I love our president-elect Joe Biden and can't wait until he is officially in office. President Biden is best. Yep, pretty awesome. Go back to playing with your Legos. Yeah. Loved Obama. We'll love Joe Biden too.
Hurry
We
up,
love Joe
8-7.
Biden.
There's more jokes to come.
Someone wrote, he's never going to hug you.
Oh my God.
Anyway, that's the truth. So, what do we have here? Thought they'd try that. Try, and they perturb and limit us with the attempt. But they can't stop the signal. It is not rooted in this world. Well, you know, Trump refused to sign the defense bill over Twitter and such. So I'm odd for a political tarot reader. She went live last night by surprise. There are 8 of us mods. We got raided and had a blast as we all came out of the woodwork and into the chat back. Oh, and took the chat back. I got you. Nicest restoration of peace from disturbance is a rush I too enjoy. I could do that. So,
What other news you got for us?
what's that?
What
That's
other
all the
news
news
you
I
got for us?
That's all the news I got. I think. Let me check my emails again. Trump made a real stupid statement in Twitter.
No doubt.
What a surprise. Get this one. But I'm waiting for it to load.
Oh, Henry's laughing at you.
He just wants to stop the world from killing itself. Like, probably help if he stopped killing us, you know? Don't you think?
Oh my God. That's just.
That's what people wrote too. Your behavior says otherwise. Oh, there's one remark here. I got to find it because it was from a bishop. So you figure, I mean, for all this holy shit, here we go. Bishop Talbert Swan said, 300,000 people have died of COVID on your watch. You presided over more death penalty executions than any POTUS in a century. Hundreds have murdered in mass shootings inspired by you. Hundreds have been murdered in mass shootings inspired by you. You're not stopping killing, you're causing it. You grim reaping son of a Klansman.
Oh, snaps.
Yes. Yes.
Snaps.
And that was from a bishop.
Insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's from Bishop Talbert Swan. So
that's fucked up, man.
Yeah. So there was that story. Where's my joint? I haven't smoked nearly enough, and it's already 5 o'clock here.
That's a good idea. Let's smoke
Almost
some.
time for another one.
Let's all smoke a little. What do y'all think? I think we should.
Yeah. What's everybody smoking out there? Fill me in, folks. What you toking on? I gotta hurry up and smoke this. I gotta light another one in 20 minutes.
Oh, sure your lungs can handle that?
Do they have a choice? I'm live. So they're changing up my psycho meds. Sour D. Nice. I like sour D. In fact, we call it sour Denisel around me because of my bestie's name being Denise. So
that's a good strain, Katie. I like that strain. Taste of it, the high.
I like the song too. Well, this wasn't making me cough a little while ago. Probably because I'm rushing it.
So what do you think, Spliffy Tuesday?
Yes, but what's that?
What do you think, Tuesday?
Tuesday? I have a dental appointment at 11, but I'd be good after that. So yeah, I should be home by noonish. It's right here in Wilmo.
Okay.
In Wilmington.
Wilmington.
Yeah. Well, you know, I live here in Custer, Arkansas.
Well, where'd you learn your English?
Huh?
Where'd you learn your English?
In Chi-Town, of course.
Whoop, whoop.
In the big city. So, of course, you say that down here, they think you mean Joliet.
Oh, God. Well, it is the 4th largest city in Illinois, but it ain't that large.
No, it's not. Only the 4th? What's bigger?
Oh, I don't know. Chicago, Springfield, Chicago, and
what else?
God, what's that college town down there south of us?
Bloomington, Normal?
Yeah.
Or Champaign?
One of them down there, one of the college towns.
Well, I mean, you can't make Normal one. It's 2 towns. It's Bloomington and it's Normal.
One of them made the list.
No, I don't want to leave. Do I want to leave Illinois? No, I'm too old. If I did, I'd go out west somewhere, but I would leave Illinois. Yeah, if I were alone, I'd leave Illinois.
God, I wish I could leave Illinois.
Super silver cheese.
I've been looking more in New Mexico, man. You know, just below Colorado and New Mexico. I really do want to stay away from the snow. I fucking hate the cold.
I have a half acre outside of Berlin. So I got the land.
Huh? Berlin, New Mexico?
Yeah, Belen, Berlin. Just south of Albuquerque, about 30 miles or so. You could drop your trailer on that. Your motorhome. You could pull up on that. I own it.
I'm looking to see where it is. Oh, it's not bad. They got a Walmart in town.
Yeah. It's a nice little town. There's a hospital there.
Yeah, south of
Nearby.
Albuquerque. Yeah, you're just south of the Albuquerque, the city there. That's actually a pretty good area if you own land in.
Yeah, and you go south of there to Truth or Consequences, and that's where Virgin Galactic is.
Oh yeah, that's way south of there.
Yeah. But that's Virgin Galactic down there. You could take a space flight. Drop some L and drop some L in space flight.
And it runs right across the Rio Grande. The Rio Grande runs right by that town where you own land, so there's going to be water somewhere. That's not a bad place. It's really
I didn't say it was a bad place, did I? My property taxes for that half acre, $10 a year.
Nice.
I don't know if there's any water or sewer run out to the place, but I think so. I think there's, because it's zoned residential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Katie says,
welcome aboard.
Katie says, talk to Robert Burke about New Mexico. That's where he's originally from, down Roswell way, I believe.
Henry's lost a lot of weight. He's also gained a voice.
Oh, most land in
New Mexico is government owned. Yeah, most of it is government owned. But this little half acre, most of it is free range too. You got to fence it in.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I thought about Oklahoma, but I don't know. The panhandle there?
Like I say, I already own this land.
Well, that's good for you. That doesn't do me no good.
I'm not saying there's no reason. When am I going to use it?
Well, that's true.
I mean, I got the deed and everything. There's no reason why you couldn't use it. Pay my taxes. You just have to pay my taxes, $10 a year.
Ooh.
Or I could deed it to you. You want to buy it from me? I'll sell it to you for the same thing it cost me.
What's that? $2?
$1,700.
Oh, Jesus.
For a half acre.
Nowadays, you probably get 5 acres for that.
I don't know. Out there, maybe. I don't know what they're selling it for out there now. It's a defunct, what do you call them? It's supposed to be a development of some kind. Yeah. Housing development that we were buying into. I don't know what the lots go for now. I could find out. I still belong to the Landowners Association.
Oh, there's a homeowners association out there?
No, a Landowners Association.
And what do they do?
Huh?
And what do they do?
They send me a newsletter, and they keep the landowners informed as to what's going on in the area. They don't enforce anything, if that's what you're wondering.
Yes.
They're just there to inform all the absentee landowners, because most of them are, what's going on in the area legally and that sort of thing. They've been very helpful over the years. They, look out for certain kind of situations and stuff.
And I know they got medical in New Mexico right now, so I couldn't grow my own.
No, but you could easily get a card.
Oh yeah, God yeah.
So there wouldn't be a problem there.
I kind of like being able to grow my own, man. You just don't realize how much money I've saved this past year just smoking my own crop.
Yeah, just to change the subject, everybody tune in next week. It's Festivus for the rest of us. So you got to tune in next week. We're doing our annual Festivus show. So we'll be eating meatloaf and having a strength test and all that stuff. So tune in. It's the Festivus show. Festivus for the rest of us. Okay? So you don't want to miss that. We'll be airing our grievances. And so do that. Okay?
Oh, there will be grievances.
Yeah. We have grievances. So, and there will be meatloaf. So you don't want to miss out on the meatloaf. So tune in next week. So where were we before I interrupted? Go on? Okay. That's the way I like it. That's the way I like it. Stoned out of your head.
We were at Reed's. Okie dokie, Spliffy.
Yeah, you don't want to miss that. Oh, no Christmas trees. No Christmas trees reasons. Aluminum pole. You have to have an aluminum pole. It's the simplicity. We'll get into all the traditions of Festivus. We'll get into all of that. It'll all be explained. All of the lore. Okay. It'll be fun. Feats of strength, all that stuff. So I don't know if you recall last year's show, but I sumo wrestled YouTube and won. So we'll have to see what happens this year.
Sumo.
The event itself hasn't occurred, so I don't know what the outcome will be. So, that's right. So we'll have to see what the outcome will be. So between now and next Saturday will be the event. And we'll see what happens. But it will be, and then it will be broadcast. Will the brass pole work? Well, I don't know. Usually calls for aluminum. Depends if you're going to dance on the pole, brass will work.
No. The Christmas pole is not for dancing.
Oh, no, that's true.
It's specific. The Christmas pole is not for dancing.
Oh, okay.
But a brass pole you could put next to the Christmas pole. Well, have
not
fun.
Too close. Yeah, not too close.
And no tinsel on your Christmas pole. It's not allowed.
No, tinsel is distracting. So It's the simplicity of the pole that makes the difference. Okay. So. But yeah, we'll have a grand old time. So it'll be fun, I'm sure. If not, we'll make it fun. Damn it! Yeah, we'll find a way.
Damn it! Katie wanted a brass pole to play on.
Well, you can have a dancing pole if you like. So is this apple strudel just retrieved? Distracting. I could see where it would be. I'm a strudel man myself.
Strudel. Say it with me.
True apple. Oh boy.
Strudel.
I love strudel. A good strudel.
No. It's strudel.
With enough apples in it. Strudel. I can't roll my R's. Oh yeah, show off.
Henry's purring at you.
Is that what he's doing?
He doing something. He's just chilling now.
Yeah, he is. He's a quiet type. Doesn't have a lot to say.
No. You got to pet him. And even then, sometimes he doesn't like to talk.
Yeah, it's more like you got to hit him in the head. Oh, it's almost 4:20. 4:18. 4:20 plus strudel is a most excellent distraction.
Oh, speaking of that, I got to go turn some lights on because I don't have a timer because somebody forgot to go into the basement, which was, me.
Yeah. Well, somebody forgot to go out to the garage, which was you. If you'd have gone out to the garage, I'd have gone down to the basement.
Dude, I haven't been able to go out there yet. There was no reason yet.
Well, yeah, you were supposed to go out there and get some stoner buddies.
Yeah, when I need to, I will, and grab one for you too. I remembered.
Yeah, well, time's a wasting.
I don't remember what hair color though.
I wanted a blue-haired one without its tongue sticking out.
Okay.
Didn't seem like too much to ask. If you'll go to the garage, I'll go to the basement. Happy 420. Happy 420.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I got a clone of some Holy Grail from Buds and Hazard.
Oh,
so
cool.
Growing this clone under a red light.
I'm glad they found it. Happy 420, everybody. Coffee becomes Jerry atop of 420 strudel. Yes, that would. This somehow feels like an ancient experience. Like people been doing the strudel coffee cannabis thing for a long time. Sounds like at the very least they should have been, right? Buds, welcome aboard. Happy 420 to you. maybe some other folks would like to join the show. What do you think? Yeah? You think it's a good idea, huh? Yeah, there you go. Come on board. Come on in the room. Link up if you like.
So yeah, Bud showed up at a good time. We were just talking about him. I'm learning to talk.
Yeah.
No,
That's what you say.
I'm growing one of his clones. Damn it! Quit fucking with me. See, Spliffy knows he can fuck with me, and it's okay. But yeah, we're growing one of his clones.
And what strain is it?
Holy Grail.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I congratulated you on finding it.
That's right. I'm going to expose it to the world.
Yeah.
For $6.95 plus tax.
No, $9.99, $99.95.
I don't know. That might be too many fives.
plus shipping.
It's the tax that gets you. The tax is like
And
$3 more on
handling.
that shit, man.
No, you don't charge tax. There's no tax. It's just shipping and handling. Yeah.
I do that with all your plants. Do that with all your plants, guys.
48-hour dark before harvest.
Yep, and no water.
Oh no, you got to stress it.
That's right. You split the stalk in half, put it in darkness with no water for 48 hours, and be like, "Ha, bitch, that's what I did to you," and then chop it in half. Oh,
You don't have to swear at it.
why? Yeah, that's part of the process, man.
$8 days.
Now, you got that hanging, or do you have that in the dryer? Because Buds and Hazard has an auto dryer that can take a week's worth of drying down to like 4.5, 5 days.
Oh.
So that's why I'm asking. If it's in the auto dryer for 8 days and it's still not dry, I'm like, oh my God, that's some sticky ass shit, I bet.
Yeah, I would think.
But it might be the stuff he has hanging too. So, okay, yeah.
How's it hanging? No.
Yeah, it's the hanging.
That's what you should have asked him is how's it hanging?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So I know I showed it earlier, but I'm going to show it again because not everybody was watching. Here's today's shirt. It says, just who is Round John Virgin anyway. So that's the third of my 4 holiday shirts.
Put your camera down a little.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
There we go.
Right.
I don't know, H7. When I get bored and lonely, I guess. But I don't know. I'm thinking of giving my channel to Henry for a while. I'll let him do a few shows or something. We'll see. You like that idea, little buddy? You like that? Yeah, see, he likes it. Thumbs up.
Not right now. He'll give you a thumbs up in a little bit.
I understand. It's okay. You don't have to.
No, maybe later.
It's
What do you
always
think?
later with him.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the way you want it. That's the way it is.
Yeah, he's cute.
Don't be interrupting him.
I guess not. I'm allowed to get put in the closet, huh?
Yeah. Looks like you already have been.
Besides, I can't do shows. I'm too busy making scarves. And editing for Hurricane SPLIFFY, man. He is a slave driver, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I am. He's my elf. You know? What's this? I was curious to see what seasonal expression upon the shirt you would have. Oh, yeah, well, it's the one for today. What was last week?
Three hoes.
No, oh yeah, 3 hoes was last week.
And you weren't sharing any of them.
Yeah, and the week before was Kill a Tree for Christ. That was my eco shirt. You know, I feel they should take that island of plastic that's floating around in the Pacific and make Christmas trees out of it so people could put theirs in their home instead of dragging a real tree into their house to die every year when it could just be outside producing oxygen for all of us.
There you go.
I think that would be a whole lot more practical than having an island of plastic floating around the Pacific. I'm sure we could figure out a way to make Christmas trees out of that shit. There's got to be a way, right?
Oh, yeah. But at this point, how are you going to collect it all? It would be billions of dollars to collect all that stuff.
I'm sure we could figure that out too. You know? There has to be a way. Whatever the cost, it doesn't make any difference. We should be able to do that and give the fucking trees away no matter the cost. Okay? The world ought to be able to get that together and do it no matter the cost. Okay? Last week I was scraping moss off the roof in the rain, but thought of you all. Oh, so because we're green slime? Need a fake tree at Rockefeller Center. Absolutely.
That should be the first tree made, the one for Rockefeller Center, from all the garbage plastic.
From all the plastic in the Pacific. Okay? Make a tree for Rockefeller Center. There you go. There's one of those plastic islands in the Atlantic as well. I'm telling you. And they're clogging up rivers throughout Africa now because we send bottled water over there for them to drink. Okay, because the water is shit. Okay, so we ship them cases of bottled water because we're nice. And then they got all these fucking plastic bottles and they end up in their rivers and they're clogging the rivers in Africa. Sometimes I forget the time. Others am otherwise occupied. And there are times I'm just not feeling the social or I'm strongly on other track. But often I think of you all at the time. I understand. I think you guys too. You know, there's one of those plastic islands in the Atlantic as well. Yeah, I read that one.
I just thought it was a good topic starter. You got one in the Pacific, one in the Atlantic.
Yeah, well, that's when I said that they're also clogging up the rivers in Africa.
Which one's bigger?
Oh, probably the Pacific. The Pacific Island is probably bigger because there's more California coast partying going on than Pacific coast partying.
It would take.
Although you do have a lot of island partying in the Atlantic with, with Jamaica and all, the Bahamian Islands and all of that stuff.
It would take world governments to come together to start cleaning up.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't see that happening in any way
I
at all.
with the Paris Climate Accord. I see where that sort of thing could get done. There you go, foraging seeker. We make businesses. We make businesses of cleanup.
Yeah, but who's going to pay you to do it? It's out of sight, out of mind. Nobody's going to pay you to do something that has nothing to do with them.
Well,
that's just,
you find a use for the plastic. Like I said, you make Christmas trees out of it. It's just what I said. It's like everybody says, what about the high cost of solar energy? Well, it's not, it doesn't, it's like everything else. It's only a high cost if there's no demand for it. Once there's a demand for it, then there's a supply for it. Once there's a supply and a demand, then the cost of everything goes down. That's how things work. That's how free enterprise and capitalism and all that shit works. Okay? Look at how much giant screen TVs were going for when they first came out. They were $4,000 to $6,000. Now you can buy them for a couple of $100 at Kmart, If there's money, if they will do it. Right. Right. You have to make a market for what's gathered in the cleanup. That's just what I'm talking about. Okay. Christmas trees are just one example. Okay. You get it, dog? Or did you run away?
No, okay.
I'm here. Okay. You just create the market. It's build it and they will come.
I still say you'd have to invest millions and millions of dollars just to start the program to be able to go out and harvest the plastic itself.
Or the governments of the world would have to subsidize that.
Now, hold on. Hold on a second. We're talking about business-wise.
Subsidize those businesses.
And as far as subsidizing it, you could actually put a desalination module on a boat, go out there in a tanker and suck up all the water, right? And run it through a filter into your water salination and turn it into fresh water. So you're coming back with scrap and fresh water. You could actually double profit somehow.
I'm sure much of that could be just hauled, gathered up in nets and hauled.
Oh, that'll do for the stuff on top, but that's
all the stuff on top, and the stuff down below probably comes to the surface.
Yeah,
you can put stuff below it that'd bring it to the surface, you know.
Yeah, what you can see is in the world on the water is probably only 10% of it, maybe 20.
Yeah, maybe like an iceberg, you know. Anyway, I'm sure that ultimately they'll have to get to that through the Paris Climate Accord. You know, there has to be some sort of world cooperation over all this shit. Okay.
Have an oceanic cleanup.
Yeah. Yeah, even nifty plastic tokens that people buy to support the cause, but also to complete collections and whatever. There are other products which be subsidized to help grease the wheels. Absolutely. I agree. Kids would get into that too, you know, collecting them, shit.
Yeah, make like 15, 20 different style of tokens.
Yeah. You're right. Having government subsidy as well. We're going to have to do it. You know, otherwise this thing's going to get big enough to raise the water levels. Okay. There's an ad for a company that makes bracelets out of the plastic. Great idea, but it's a scam. Oh, well.
That sucks.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you contribute to Wounded Warriors, they're a scam too. Okay.
What?
Wounded Warriors is a scam. They blow a whole shitload of money on themselves and give very little to veterans. If you're gonna donate to veterans, give to the VFW. Okay, they give the largest portion of their of money donated to their organization to actual veterans of any of the veteran organizations. And if you're going to donate money to any charity at all and want to see the biggest bang for your buck, it's the Salvation Army. 100% of the money they collect goes to help whomever they're helping. Okay. They spend nothing on anything. Okay. Other than to help people.
Okay then. What else we got here? Unconscionable that we let our plastics biodegrade in landfills and oceans. The only way to get rid of it is incineration. Yes, at the moment, yes, there is a thing that they're trying to develop that will actually eat the plastic. It's some kind of organism, but that's been in the works. They've been trying to do that for years.
Yeah, well, as I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, the whole plastic recycling thing is a scam that was created by the plastics industry back in the early 70s to encourage people to buy plastic. And that was why they did it. Okay, they don't recycle plastics. They never have. And it's just nothing. It's not something they do. Okay. And don't think that they do. And separating your shit doesn't make any difference. I have I have my bestie's ex-husband works for a family who owns a waste management company. And once it gets there, they throw it all in the same fucking goddamn thing. It all gets mixed together once it gets there. Okay, and then it ends up going to the same damn landfill. Doesn't get separated. Nothing gets recycled. None of that shit. Never happens.
Okay. That's fucked up, yo.
So.
That really is fucked up.
Well, it's the truth. So. See Vigilance Elite on YouTube to meet Sean Ryan. Those he was interviewed. Sean is one from within who was minded towards assisting warrior return, etc. From here, I've learned of helpers doing it. Oh. I suppose plastic eating fungi and bacteria too. Yeah, well, like I said, it all ends up in a landfill anyway. So don't think you're saving anything by separating it out or anything, because they're not doing anything with it anyway.
Yeah, that really is fucked up.
Yeah. Plastics industry created that little symbol on the container and all of that shit just to encourage people to buy things in plastic containers.
I absolutely believe we should melt things down and make something out of them. I personally, when I get my own property, Grandpa taught me about burn barrels way back when I was younger. I always get a 55-gallon drum. So I figure I get a 55-gallon drum for plastic too. I can always melt it in the drum and just let it pile. And if I ever need it, I can heat up the whole drum, have me a whole drum of plastic to do something with.
Yeah, except that the toxins released when you burn plastic are
you don't
horrible.
burn it. That's what the drum's for. You just melt it, like into a giant 55-gallon puck.
I see.
Grandpa used to
do
do that.
But you could melt it to the degree you could get all of it to stick together. I guess you could. Just, yeah, but not every, you mean like all your plastic bottles?
Yeah.
Just throw them in a drum?
Throw them in a drum, light a fire, put the drum on 3 cinder blocks, light a fire under it, and let the plastic melt. Do that over and over. What?
And then you just have one big, large thing of plastic.
Absolutely. No use throwing it away or filling a landfill or anything like that with all these little pieces that get broken down and the animals eat and stuff. Just one giant truck.
And you could use that like for construction.
You either use it for construction.
You had a series of them.
Either that or just cut the barrel down when you get it filled enough, take the puck out and send it to somebody. Say, here you go. Cut this up and use it. Yeah, there's all kinds of
or as a work of art.
Anything.
Too much synthetic material in the matrix. Like styrofoam. In cereal bowl. It takes up space, doing nothing but harm. The world didn't grow up with this stuff. It doesn't know, it has no answer. Well, yeah, well, like styrofoam carry-out packaging, you know.
Okay,
you got a world full of that shit.
Now let me set the record straight here.
Huh?
Spliffy, let me set the record straight here. And Bud says it would burn in the barrel. The trick is It's just a small. I swear to God, Grandpa used to do this. Just a small fire underneath, and then when you get enough plastic in there that's about an inch or so high, you start lighting the fires outside of the barrel, in between the cinder blocks, so you're heating up the sides of the barrel, not just the bottom. That way, the plastic is being heated from the sides down, and the plastic melts, dude. I swear to God. I saw it done for years this way.
Oh, you don't put the fire directly under the barrel. You put cinder blocks between it and the barrel.
Yes.
I see. So you're just heating the blocks.
Well, you're heating the blocks on the side of the barrel. You're not directly heating underneath the barrel. Because if you do that,
Right.
you'll start getting black smoke.
I see.
And it doesn't take a big campfire to heat up a barrel, you know, just small fire all the way around it.
I see.
It works. It really does. I mean,
You have to cut the barrel to get the block out, though.
Yeah, you'd have by the time you're ready to stop using the barrel, it was all rusted and burnt on the side anyway. So you usually just throw it away or cut the barrel in half to get the block out.
You take the labels off the bottles.
Sometimes he did, sometimes he didn't.
So I think it'd be pretty cool if you did, because then you'd have all these clear labels.
But it was everything. Anything that was plastic. Didn't matter what kind of plastic. He just threw it.
I mean, I just want to use all clear plastic bottles.
Well, then go right ahead.
Make a work of art.
That's a good idea. Read what Seeker's got going on. That's a good idea too.
Stock material for 3D printing is a great way to introduce genuinely green tech aspect to a consumables market, which throws tons of stuff away. The dream is to reprocess this stuff back to basic. Yes.
Now, there's this town over in like China or Japan or somewhere in the Orient. There's this town that is like 95% garbage free. It recycles everything. It's like a town mandate. It's the most recycled town anywhere ever. I mean, they go through like their plastic, like when you get meat from the store or something, styrofoam goes in one package. The label has to come off of the plastic wrap, and everything has to be washed and then put in bins.
When I was a kid, we recycled, but we didn't even know it. And that term wasn't even used. Pop bottles and milk bottles all had a deposit, and you took them back when they were empty.
Yeah.
And you went to the butcher shop, and he put your meat in a paper container and wrapped it in paper. Okay. There was no plastic, and there was no styrofoam.
I was about to say, back then all your bottles were glass. They could be resanitized and reused back then.
Exactly. I guess you could call that recycled, couldn't you?
Or repurposed.
Recycled.
Yeah, yeah.
Not repurposed. It wasn't repurposed.
Okay.
Repurposed means using it for something else.
Okay. Let's see. There are bioplastics. There is understanding of process. We already can do some of this. And if there is a market for it, then a will to produce will be there. We as consumers drive this chain. I agree with you, but somebody's got to have the money to start it. Like, even if 50 of us got together and said, hey, we want to do this, we can't afford the machines, we can't afford the equipment, the manpower.
It's bullshit. Over 30 years ago at the National Restaurant Show, I saw a company selling food containers every bit as nice as every bit as nice as the ones that the styrofoam containers, all shapes and sizes, okay, that were made from corn husks, okay, completely biodegradable, oven safe to 200 degrees, microwave safe. You could take them home, heat your food, okay, in these things. They were only a few pennies more per unit, okay?
Where the fuck are those things at?
Precisely. My point exactly.
Fuck. Everybody, every restaurant should be using those damn things. And you know, they've known this.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This company was selling National Restaurant Association at their national show at McCormick Place. I used to go every year.
And you know, they've known about this.
I saw them there several years in a row selling them.
They've known about this plastic problem since I was a kid. I've been hearing about this, you know.
Uh-huh.
But I haven't seen one type of. We're still making plastic. Nobody has stopped. Everybody knows the plain truth. Okay, it's absolutely obvious. Everybody knows, but no one stopped making plastic, have they?
No, they haven't. And they still put that little symbol on the bottle too. You know, even though, I mean, this story about recycling, this isn't bullshit. I read it on my phone in the news, one of the news stories, like it was in like the Washington Post or some shit, you know. It's not something I made up, you know.
You know, the people don't want change, okay? People like the status quo. You know, are we going to stop buying plastic bottles? Are we going to stop buying meat at the grocery store with plastic wrap on it and styrofoam? No, people aren't.
No, not so long as it comes packaged that way.
A few thousand people might stop that, but you need millions to stop it, and that's just not going to happen.
Well, not so long as it comes packaged that way. What else? What alternative do you have? Take it out of the package. Take it out of the package and take it up to the register.
Nope. Every time you go into anywhere, find a local meat market that'll wrap your food. But intentionally when you go to the grocery store, even though you're not going to buy meat at that store, go up to the counter and say, "Hey, can I get this wrapped in paper?" And if they tell you to walk away. If they tell you yes, smile, say thank you, and buy it.
Yeah, I guess.
That's the only way.
Most people buy shit in the supermarket. It's all pre-wrapped, you know.
That's what I'm saying. You got to find some place that'll wrap your stuff in paper instead of plastic, and then start going to all these businesses. And if they won't wrap it in paper, I'm like, oh, I guess you don't want my money.
Yeah.
Make a point of it. Be a Karen about it. You know, it's 2020. Be a fucking Karen. It's a thing to be. But be a Karen for the right reason.
Yeah.
Here we go. What's Seeker talking about here? Seeker's talking about in the 80s with the hole in the ozone layer and CFC styrofoam, some of the fast food joints didn't want to invest in changing their packaging. They lost big money because the people spoke with their wallets. Yes, but they forgot. They forgot. They didn't teach the next generation what they did. The next generation just grew up and did their own thing. They had to change or perish. The buyers did that by buying from those who made the change. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And find a meat guy in your area that will wrap your stuff in paper, and then go to every one of these stores that refuse to do it and ask them to do it, and tell them, I guess you don't want my money then. Announce it. Don't hide it from them. Don't smirk about it. Just say it right to them plainly and walk away.
Yeah. Problem is, you won't find enough people to do it.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point. It's baffling.
Yeah, you won't find enough people to do it to make a difference.
Everybody wants change, but nobody's willing to change. You can want till you're dead, but wanting will get you nothing. You have to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit one hand, wish in the other, and see which one gets full first,
So I think we're talked out about that one. What's the next topic?
They had to change their parish. Buyers did that from those who made the change. You read that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you read that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. We did finish that.
And you see, the problem is, like, these big corporations generally ruined America because these big corporations put the mom and pop stores out of business. There is no more in like almost every town. You used to be able to find a meat guy, a butcher, so a specific butcher. You didn't go to the grocery store for your meat. You went to the fucking local butcher. And
Wilmington still has one.
Wilmington has one. Joliet, I don't know if there's one. I don't know if there's a local butcher that sells meat here in Joliet besides going to
I'm sure you have several butchers. I know you have a butcher in the Mexican part of Joliet.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to look that up, find out. Yeah.
Well, I know there's a supermercado there that has a butcher department that'll slice anything you want for you. Because I've been in there.
Yeah, but to me, that's not a butcher. That's just another grocery store meat department.
Yeah, well, but I know that because I've been in there to have some carne asada cut up for me, and I know they'll do anything for you there. I mean, it's like a real butcher shop, What is it? The power of the buy-in and boycott yet remains. And I personally think it is the only conceivable way for this new age to root. And I do see people with conviction walking their talk and doing it. I do too. People got to stop whining and make room for the doing. Yep. Lots of whining going on, therefore, lots of opportunity known. Yes. There's a lot of people sitting on their dead ass doing absolutely nothing for themselves, expecting things to be handed to them. I mean, there's a lot of that going on.
I don't know. I don't get the entitled mentality. I collected an unemployment check one time, and the check sat at unemployment for almost 2 months because I immediately went out and got another job and went back to work. And I felt bad because they made me take that check. They said either take it or it's just going back in the system and it'll be lost. I'm like, okay, I'll come pick it up. So I don't get the hand me out mentality shit. This being injured, it's just, oh my fucking God, drives me insane that I can't do shit for myself. I just fucking want to choke myself at times,
Well, when I went on unemployment compensation, they would send you out on job interviews.
Yeah, they used to do that.
They had a card file. There were no computers back then. And what it was is I got out of the service and I applied for unemployment compensation. Okay. While I was looking for a job. So they sent me out on an interview and I accepted the job. And I worked from 8:30 in the morning until lunch. And I went to lunch and I never went back.
What?
I went to lunch and I never went back.
Why?
You're going to love this job here that I had. I was I worked for the Chicago Public Library
Boring.
as a record. It gets more boring. I was a record duster for books for the blind.
Oh my God.
Yeah, records would come back and I would clean them and put them back in their sleeves. Okay. And somebody else put them away. I didn't even put them away.
I'm sure there weren't a whole lot of records taken out of the library.
Oh yeah, we were the biggest. We were the only branch in the city of Chicago, on the north side of the city of Chicago, that lent out records.
Oh,
And
no shit.
yeah, and I went to a high school on the north side of the city of Chicago. That was the only high school on the north side of the city of Chicago that had blind students. I don't know. I must be a blind person magnet or something, but for some reason or another, I ended up in blind record places. I don't know. Blind seemed to follow me around. Sounds weird, I know, but so I lasted from 8:30 to noon, and I was out the door.
Jesus.
So then I went and found another job on my own, and I think I collected unemployment for like 2 weeks. That was it. I got a job at First National Bank.
What do we got here from Seeker? Tons of people have changed their minds because it falls so freely from their mouths. Such power squandered. The impetus is here. I think the will come and is in strong occurrence globally now. Although I'm not sure what we're talking about. That's a hell of a statement.
I think you're right. I think there's change coming. I keep telling Dog that.
Civil War
believe
coming.
me either.
Civil War's coming.
No, it's not a civil war, and
Governmental war. How's that? People versus government.
no, there's just going to be change coming. People are tired of the. People are tired of the stagnant of everything, and this business standing in the way of the social injustice that's going on, and that got to stop.
Then we shouldn't have elected Biden.
People are tired of that.
If we're worried about social injustice, why'd we elect Biden? He's already attacking the Second Amendment.
Because the alternative was Trump.
I'm not talking about alternative.
Simple matter. I am. 4 more years. That was the alternative.
We could have all voted no contest.
That's why they elected Biden. Who else were they going to vote for?
Hey, we could have all voted no contest.
No, because all of us wouldn't have done that. Don't you get it? Don't you get it?
That's kind of like the Republicans saying, don't vote. The Republicans shouldn't go vote. but then all the Democrats did and fucked themselves.
Well, that's just it. That's just it. It wouldn't happen.
What's up, Shepherds Off Grid Homestead?
Welcome aboard. I'm busy yelling at him.
You're always yelling at me.
I know. It's my job.
Here, this is what you get.
I guess I deserve that.
Let's see. What do we got here? I too see potential for that war dog. Also, other and most strongly, I think we globally move towards something like a second age of enlightenment. This time, separation of state and corporate and more.
And corporate.
Yeah.
And more.
Okay.
Well, that's what I see. Is the separation of state and corporate. But I don't think it'll be a war.
Okay,
I think it just has to be a what?
We have absolute proof that in this day and age, the governmental structure absolutely does not work as we have it. Look what's going on over in France. Look what's going on in Europe. Everything is breaking down. This is not just a U.S.
Now, France and Europe, you're speaking in generalities. Where else are you talking about other than France?
I'm speaking about governments.
Yeah, well, Europe isn't. Europe is a whole bunch of countries. France and where else?
I don't know where else there's been bombings and trains being blown up. You tell me. You're the news guy.
I'm asking you. You tell me.
Okay.
You
See,
brought it up.
I was asking you.
I'm asking you. You tell me. You're the one who brought it up.
I asked you. That's how it got brought up.
No, you're the one who brought up all the globally shit.
Yes.
Yeah,
you're
well,
the
you
news
tell
guy.
me. I know about France. Where else?
You're the news guy. I was asking you.
No, you said and Europe and shit. Well, and Europe is a lot of area.
Oh my God, move past this, please.
Well, okay. I'm just saying, you think there's going to be a war.
You're stuck on three
be
words.
settled without a war.
Dude. You're stuck on 3 words when it was a question. Move past it.
Okay, I didn't know it was a question. I thought it was a statement. Anyway, I don't know where I am now. Like the first stage of enlightenment, also may there be a great rise in personal freedoms, while a deeper unity of nations come. There is more parallel of that age to what we seem trending towards. Yes, I agree. Last time, we seem to have plunged into that state and corporate thing. And I think this shows us these last 4 years have shown us the true error of our ways. This like blows the whole fucking corporate thing out of the water. Don't you think? I mean, if ever a corporate society has been shown at its ugliest, this has been it.
Oh yeah,
I mean, ravages of the last 4 years. I mean, the fact that they've been willing to let the poorest of the poor die, okay, and have no regard for them whatsoever, to commit this genocide, okay, because obviously poor lives don't matter. That's the truth, okay, because nobody else is going to get treated with the miracle drug except those people who are in the inner circle. Okay. You know that the White House and those people are going to be the first ones to be vaccinated. Okay, that inner circle.
Trump already was.
Well, yeah, and I'm sure his family was too. So, yep. Strong light to illuminate dark places, such that people cannot help but see the rat of it all. Corrupt crumbles in places where the people's gaze is strong. Exactly. If it was Santa Claus reading through the world's wish list, it would be a second age of enlightenment I'd gift to many sheep in this country. Yes, well, I can't believe what I saw on the news today. There was an enormous fucking Trump rally.
Yeah, I saw that. It was live. I saw a couple of things about it.
I mean, it was fargan huge. I mean, like hundreds and hundreds of people gathered in Washington thinking Trump ought to be president.
Isn't Washington in lockdown?
Huh?
Isn't Washington in lockdown or something?
If that's the case, then they ought to arrest all these fuckers. Okay.
Hey, I still say you should arrest all McDonald's and Taco Bell and fast food joint employees too, but that's just me.
Well, you shouldn't arrest them. Arrest the store managers and close the stores. I mean, they're just doing what they're told to do. I mean,
So's the store manager. So's the store manager.
Well, then what? The store owner?
No, arrest the people doing it.
Well, then it'd be the store owner, because there are very few corporate-owned McDonald's stores. Most of them are franchises.
Well, whether you arrest people or not, they still need to be closed.
Well, you don't want to arrest the employees. They're just grunts. They're just people doing a job that they're getting paid to do at what? Minimum wage, you know.
At least bring them in and book them and flag them. Flag them for disobeying or whatever.
They didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, they willingly disobeyed.
They went to work. They went to work because they probably couldn't qualify for unemployment compensation, or it ran out already, or whatever, you know. At least they weren't spending taxpayers' money. Okay.
You could look at it from both sides.
At least they were taking money from corporate America and not from your pocket.
You could look at it from both sides.
Think about it that way.
you could look at it from both sides. Fuck them because they get to work and others don't. And two, fuck them because they're helping spread the disease in their own way.
No, they're wearing a mask.
That doesn't mean nothing.
Who they spread? Hey, they're wearing a mask. And
I don't trust 5 minutes ago they were around the corner, sneezed, and it's on their sleeve, and then they're touching my food. I don't trust that those people are changing their.
How many times are you going there?
Hold on. I don't trust that those people aren't changing their food, their gloves for every order they're making. Okay? These are kids out working in these places. These aren't grown adults conscientious about health.
Yeah, and are you going there?
Huh?
Are you going there?
No, but I think they should not be profiting when the rest of places are shut down. A shutdown is a shutdown. They're not substantial for anything. Nobody needs to go to McDonald's. Nobody needs to go to Taco Bell.
Well, from what I understand, these places are open to serve essential workers.
Okay, then if you're not an essential worker, you're not allowed there. That's simple. If you're going to have rules, if you're going to make a standard, hold the standard. If they're open for essential workers, only essential workers can go there. Why
People
is this?
have been crowded into their own pens. Just reading the chat.
Yeah. Why are these companies profiting off of our fucking misery? Who said that was okay? Nobody ever told me it was okay.
I don't know. You tell me why the trap range in Coal City is open.
It shouldn't be. Illinois is in a state lockdown. There's absolutely no reason for it to be open.
The trap range is open. It's an essential service.
No, it's not.
Well, it was open all through the last one too. The last shutdown.
There's not
as an essential service.
There's nothing essential except going to the grocery store and going to your doctors. After that,
there's nothing essential about shooting your shotgun inside a building.
Nope.
But it's open. I went by there the other day.
Stupid. I hate the different rules in this country. There's one set of laws for the court, one set of laws for the corporation, one set of laws for the people. This just fucked up.
Yeah. Well, the county sheriff of Grundy County said he wouldn't enforce any of the governor's regulations.
Then he should be stripped of his title. Because it's not about the governor's regulation. It's about the health of the people you serve. And if you're not willing to help the health of the people you serve, you don't need that position.
Yeah, but it's Grundy County. What are you gonna do?
Well, that's my point. It shouldn't be, oh well, it's Grundy County. It should.
Oh, I don't live there.
Yeah, true.
They don't own me. I choose what of it I am. It's kind of what Grundy County guy thinks, I think.
I just think it's ridiculous how there's different standards everywhere you go. And when it comes down to it, nobody really gives a fuck.
Yeah, well, I can't believe the dude, actually said that, though. Yeah. I mean, publicly, Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying, Henry. and then there were that other shit. Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit.
this pandemic's never going away.
No, well, that's another thing is that shit with the vaccine. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Pfizer's telling us that our second shipment might not come till June.
Well, is that the people's shipment or the government shipment?
Yeah, the shipment coming to the people. Our next shipment might not come till June. Okay? Because we had a chance in August to buy more, okay? And we passed on that. And now there are orders from other countries that have been placed that are going to get filled first.
And who passed on that?
Huh?
Who passed on
Our
that?
administration. Whoever the fuck was supposed to buy shit.
Well, that person needs to lose his fucking
probably the head of our task force, which is probably Kushner.
Yeah, he needs to find a new job immediately. That's what I mean about how the government works. It's fucking stupid. It doesn't work the way it should. You fuck up and it's people's lives, you're gone. You're gone. There's no second chance. There's no move you to this position. You're fucking gone. You're incompetent. You're gone.
Well, it's his son-in-law. Can't fire his son-in-law.
Sure you can.
Oh, yeah, but he's not gonna.
Treason to the people. That's what you can do.
He's got like 30 some days left. He ain't going nowhere. He's gonna fire Bill Barr though. What's this LOL? Thoughts out of stream? Or reading old chat comment while in new thought stream? Oh, okay.
And it's not about, oh, you don't like it here, move to another country. Ain't nobody got that money. That's just a stupid comment. And in a way,
guess what?
Let me finish, Spliffy. Finish.
Okay.
In a way, it's not even about, well, if you want change, you got to join the system and make change.
Oh, 420.
It's not even about that, because the people that you want to change are the ones that get to vote on whether they change or not. And it's never going to happen. You need to outright get rid of these people that vote on their own lives. You need to let the people vote on what they are, not them. So you can't leave the country because you're poor. You can't change the system. So what the fuck do? You know it's wrong. Morally, outright morally, you know it's wrong. So should you still do it because they say you should?
Happy 420.
Happy 420, y'all. Much love. Mwah.
You can't leave the country because no other fucking country will have you right now.
Well, that too. I mean, it's always that.
Because we're too fucking sick. Even Mexico won't have us. Sorry, Mexico. Not meant as an insult, but
I don't blame them.
You know what I mean? I
don't blame them. The border town, like the Mexicans can't afford to live in some of these border towns because all us white people keep going over there and prices keep going up and the locals can't afford it. Fuck,
well, we're not going over there now. They won't have us.
Like I say, I don't blame them, even without the virus, for not wanting us there.
Yeah, well, with the virus, they don't want us there right now anyway.
I think all money should be worth the same in every fucking country. I don't care what you call it. $1 is a fucking dollar.
Well,
whether you call it $1, a drachma, or a ruble, it's a fucking dollar. It's worth the same.
Sorry. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way.
And that's part of the problem.
Well, yeah, except that things are about to go shithouse overseas. What with Brexit about to happen, you know?
Ooh, talk to us a little bit about that. What do you know about
Well,
that?
only that the real thing is, I mean, you know, the time has run out, you know. It's all happening.
Like, so what was the big issue with Brexit? I mean, okay, so we don't want to be aligned with your country anymore. What's the bad
They
thing?
pulled out of the European Union
Okay.
completely.
Okay.
Okay. And they took Northern Ireland with them. So this creates a barrier for Southern Ireland.
Well, in fairness, they are just keeping Ireland at its own status quo. To be fair, it's been North versus South for years. Natural IRA.
No, no, no. Ireland was reunited. Okay, it was Ireland. It wasn't Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland for a long time.
And then who? Then
Since the
how?
European Union was formed 20 years ago.
So how can they take Northern Ireland with them? All Ireland's got to say is "fuck you."
No, no, they couldn't do that
Why?
because Great Britain claimed that as their possession.
Is it connected to Great Britain?
No,
Then they can suck a dick.
well, sorry.
It's not that. It's not
It
that
was
big.
their. It was
Oh.
part of their. Was part of their shit before. It's part of their shit now.
Oh no.
Mm.
Ireland
Oh
needs
yeah.
to. Ireland needs to stand up and say "fuck you." It's that simple.
No, it
Whoever
didn't work
in
that
charge
way.
of Ireland needs to go on camera and say, "Britain, Ireland is Ireland. You don't even touch our continent. If you want us,
No,
come conquer us. Other than that, fuck
no,
off."
no, it don't work that way.
You see how I mean? Politics aren't realistic. Politics are just garbage. People talking at each other with reality not meaning a thing. Is Britain connected to Ireland? Well, no. Do they have any say over Ireland? Well, currently no. Well, what the fuck?
Well, it was Northern Ireland wasn't part of Ireland before. When Ireland, when there wasn't a European Union.
Well, that's part of the problem too. Ireland should have said "fuck you," and they have been for years. Isn't that what the whole IRA is about? Keeping Ireland
Yeah,
whole.
it was about war.
So why the fuck aren't we
So
back in
when
the
there was a
IRA?
European Union, there was no war.
Well, yeah, Ireland was whole during the
So
Union.
now it's very likely that there will be war again.
Oh, I'm fully on the side of Ireland. The entire South needs
Oh,
to march.
sure. Give Ireland back to the Irish. Absolutely.
The entire South needs to march north, and like
You know,
any border walls they have, just tear down. Don't ask permission. Don't tell it. Just tear them down. Okay? They need to go to the ports, and all these ships coming in from Great Britain, no more. No goods from Great Britain. Period. We cut you off. You cut us off. Fuck you.
well,
You'll play in your own corner.
they're kind of outnumbered.
Not on the island, they're not.
And isolated. They are. They're isolated.
On the island, they're not
And
outnumbered.
surrounded.
Again, if the people stand up and revolt and say Ireland is part of the European Union and we're staying that way.
Yeah, well, they are.
You don't think the European Union is going to back them?
No, they are staying part of the European Union.
You're saying Northern Ireland's not?
No, not Northern Ireland is a part of Great Britain.
They
Okay.
need to stand up and say all of Ireland united as part of the European Union and staying that way, period. And what are they going to do? Is Great Britain going to invade a European country?
No,
Honestly.
you don't get it. Northern Ireland never belonged to Ireland before the European Union. It doesn't belong to them now.
So you're trying to justify something. Hold on.
Gonna hack up a lump there.
Ooh, that was a good one. So you're trying to justify something that's bad now with something that was bad then? You can't.
No,
If it's wrong, it's
no.
wrong. Wrong then, it's wrong now. Just
I
because that's the
understand
way it
that.
was doesn't make it wrong. There's no way you can justify that. Two wrongs don't make a right, period. That's what Mama taught me, right?
I would imagine so. I'll have to ask her next time I see her.
My mama, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck finding her in her sober moment.
I'll still ask her, did you teach them two wrongs don't make a right? See what she has to say.
And Seeker
She'll
is still
probably tell
down
me
here.
two rights don't make a left. She'll probably tell me that or something.
And we got Forging Seeker down here still on the recycling. That Baby Yoda, a product made from resource produced as a result of harvesting trash. Funding cleanup projects by forging them as a result, like funding toxic weed removal by selling useful carcasses. Okay. Huh.
Well, he's
Sure.
dressed in hemp. I think he's dressed in hemp.
Oh, I have no idea.
Play along here. Play along here, Doug. Play along here.
He's dressed in space hemp. Space hemp from a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah. long ago.
Long ago, it was harvested in a galaxy far, far away. Anyway. Oh my God. That's right.
On Tatooine or one of them T21 or one of those planets.
You were closer the first time.
I know I was. I know.
He's from Titicaca.
Oh, that's on this planet.
Oh, okay. Bumblebee Tuna, your balls are showing.
So time for me to turn into a vampire, I think.
Hey now. How do we get to vampirism?
I don't know. I just looked at the clock.
That was a big jump from recycling, buddy.
I know. I didn't even know how I got there.
Well, when we make it to the werewolves, I'm going home.
Oh, what a day this has been.
Why? What'd you do this morning?
Absolutely nothing.
Really?
I got a text from you and went back to sleep.
Bum.
Like I said I would.
Yeah, I called at noon. Spliffy was still sleeping. You see there, guys?
You did not. It was 8:35.
Shh. I'm telling lies. Leave me alone.
So I went back to sleep for 2 more hours. Then I got up and I said good morning to the plants. Even though it was dark, I opened it up and I shouted at them.
Dude.
What?
My one plant is just growing. I've been on a 12-12 cycle for 3 weeks, and I got to raise my light again.
Really?
Yes, it's driving me nuts. I'm like, just
That's what I
buttering.
wondered. What happens when you run out of room? You know, when your light only goes up so high.
I just start bending them over.
Okay.
I do a double scrog.
Well, what if you don't have a scrog net in that tent?
Well, I got one. It's a non-issue. I got one.
Okay.
And that's about the only thing I can do. Because
Yeah, I still see very little going on with that little one in the back, which I'm happy with. Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
it's growing, but it's going to be way behind the other two,
Well, that
which I'm
happens. Like,
happy with, because I think I'll be harvesting the other two, and that other one will still be going.
and that happens because they're different strains. Some strains need to go 9 weeks. Some strains need to go 12 weeks.
Which I'm cool with, because then I'll be able to start my seedlings in one tent and keep that one going all by itself in the other tent.
There you go.
So, because we were talking about my harvesting and then starting my seedlings, and this way I'll be able to do that. Because I was thinking about that the other day, that one's going to be way behind the other two. Because the other two are really, really coming along nicely for the short period of time that they've been budding.
Oh, there we go. Now back to forging secret with recycling. Fence, garden trellis, whatever useful things can be sold. And I've seen a lot of plastic fencing and stuff. You could use recycled plastic.
There's so much that you can make out of it, but the reason they don't do it is because it's more expensive to recycle plastic than it is to make new plastic. Okay? That's the only reason they don't recycle.
Use more energy recycling than you do making new.
Right. It's cheaper to make new. Okay. That's the only reason. Otherwise, they'd be recycling plastic like crazy. I mean, there are places that do, okay, but it's very small scale. Okay. And they're not doing it for much of a profit. It's mostly for ecology reasons. Okay. So, but the whole recycling concept and the thing on the bottle and all of that shit was all started by the plastics industry, and it's all bullshit. And separating it from your trash and all that and everything, that's all crap too.
Yet we still do it today.
Yeah. And they tell you to, they give you 2 cans. And that kind of crap.
They want you to recycle, then sell you plastic garbage bags. I'm like, really? Where's the paper garbage bags?
Yeah. Well, obviously, they don't recycle at my waste management facility.
Yeah.
Because they give you the option of recycling or not recycling.
That's cute.
You can have that second can or not. So, or not.
Yeah. And Seeker, I'm telling you, it's not an option. It would be a multi-billion-dollar project. Okay. Look at Slab City. The Navy or the government or the Army themselves won't clean up the range. People used to go out there and die from exploding ammo. There's actually a ban on brass because people were out there collecting it and shit. And it would cost millions to clean that up, and they just refused to fork over the money. It doesn't matter to them. Just like the plastic in the ocean and ruining the earth doesn't matter to them. That's not what their job entitles. They're worried about what their job entitles, whether it be military or whatever. It's absolutely absurd. There's no one that actually speaks for the people. There's no one that actually speaks for the planet. Okay? It is just corporations ruining everything, ruining our governorship, ruining our people, ruining our planet, and ruining our way of life. That's all we have. I'm sorry.
Okay.
A goonie goo goo.
Well, things can change. Things are going to change. You have to be a little more optimistic.
You can be as optimistic as you want, but when you know the truth, it doesn't change. The truth is still the truth. The ones we want change from are the ones that are voting on the change. So why would they vote for change if it affects them? It's just the truth.
Well, I watched an interview today with Al Sharpton, and he was in a meeting with Joe Biden.
House in the trap.
Okay. He was in a meeting. I got to take care of something, folks. Give me a minute here.
Beat him up, Mrs. Spliffy. Kick him in the head. Give him an elbow drop.
He was in a meeting with Joe Biden and some other people. I'll be right back. I don't know, something out here.
Oh, don't mind me, guys. I'm actually sitting back on my couch, got my feet up, looking at the TV screen, not doing nothing. And I'm thinking when I first sat back, I should have brought my bowl with me. Because if I want to take a hit, I got to lean forward now, and that just sucks.
I have shoes on. I don't have any shoes on. Okay. Almost home here. Wait a minute, what am I doing? Turning everything in the wrong direction. There. Here I come.
Everybody run!
Here's me. Ah. Oh, Buster, really?
Hi, Buster.
Mrs.
Buster.
Spliffy? Mrs. Spliffy? Oh, she's not there.
Hey, I got a phone app that'll tell you what Buster's saying when he barks.
I have to get up and
Not
let him
again.
out.
No.
I have to let him out.
Tell
Yeah.
him to use your thumbs, Buster. Use your thumbs, buddy.
Mayor,
What?
would you let him out?
Yeah, I'm going out to get your booze.
Oh, okay.
Just a minute.
Okay.
Going outside?
Score.
Oh boy, that's great. Okay. Where are we in the chat here?
Oh, I don't know. I'm laying down on the couch, looking at my
Never
phone.
recycle nothing. Never accepted the recycle can at Mom's. Well, I used to recycle aluminum cans when you could get a lot for aluminum. And I was drinking the Heineken keg cans. And I was drinking beer at home. With all of those things I don't do anymore. Heineken doesn't put their beer in heavy cans, et cetera, et cetera. So. Starve the bastards out. We're not feeding them our monies. Yeah, that's a good idea. Aha. I love it when I discover that I've forgotten something like the rest of the Apple. Where the hell? What'd you do? Roll back the chat?
No.
Where are you? Yeah, you're way back at the apple strudel.
No, he said it again.
Oh.
Read the comment.
Oh, you forgot the apple strudel. Oh, lucky you.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like a surprise all over again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Like when my mother tried to steal that $20 out of my shirt pocket. and I made her give it back.
Surprise.
Yeah, that was a good thing. So. Things in cans. Now they have weird liners which limit some purpose. Oh, really? Oh, like a plastic lining in them or some shit?
Yeah, if you take a Coke can.
Some left. Yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah, Spliffy. If you take a Coke can and put it in like vinegar or apple cider vinegar for a couple of days,
Uh-huh.
that the metal on that Coke can will just dissolve, right? But the Coke won't come out because Pepsi and Coke cans have like this thin plastic inner liner.
Really?
Yeah,
So then it's like in a bubble,
pretty much.
like a gelatinous goo thing.
Generally, yeah.
But it's still kind of metallic-y, or
No, it's all squishy like a plastic bag. Yeah,
how weird.
you can get rid of a Coke can and never open the Coke can and
I
still
wonder how
have.
many of them are floating. Wonder how many of them are a part of that floating thing out there.
I don't know.
Wouldn't you think that the salt water would ultimately eat away the aluminum can?
You would hope so. Eventually, it would corrode away.
Yeah. So then you end up with all these bubbles of Coca-Cola and Pepsi floating around the ocean. End up meeting up with the island, Don't you think?
Well, it would take a really long time for metal to be eaten away in salt water.
Well, it's not like they have anything else to do,
That's true.
you know.
Tanya!
Tanya,
Holy shit!
welcome aboard.
Tanya! Hello, hugs, Tanya. Oh, some sexiness for Tanya. How you doing, babe?
We were talking about recycling. Isn't that exciting? Metal cans also have a liner. It might be a good thing to prevent leaching of package chemistry into product. A new recipe results. I see. Might be to keep the product from eating the can.
Yeah, that too, right?
Yeah. I mean, who knows what it might do to your stomach, Personally, I don't drink soft drinks. I drink Alco Pop, but only 2 a day. I limit myself to 2 Alco Pops a day. And if I go to the bar, I drink 3 beers and 1 shot of Don Julio 1942, unless someone buys me a second shot. Then I will drink a second shot of Don Julio 1942. But that's
I'll
it.
drink a Pepsi.
So,
Oh, Spliffy, guess what I got?
what you got?
York peppermint patty.
Oh, York peppermint patty, a big one or a little one?
A little one.
Oh. I believe I have to let Buster in. Yeah. He just threw himself against the door. Excuse me once again.
There's no excuse for you. I blame society.
Oh. you keep your mouth shut.
Hey, be nice to Henry.
He's not nice to me.
He just wants to give you love.
Yeah, that's what you think.
Oh, Tequila Rose will hurt you.
Here you go, Pooches. Have a cookie.
Oh, you can't see him back there.
Heidi.
There he is. Hi, Heidi.
Buster.
Hi, Buster. Put it in the coffee, the Tequila Rose. Ooh. My mom's always drinking something called cow pie. It's pretty much just like Irish cream, but like chocolate.
Cowhide?
Yeah, cow pie.
Oh, cow pie.
Yeah, it's like a chocolate Irish cream for your coffee.
I see. Is it alcoholic?
Yes.
She puts it in her coffee? Like Kahlua coffee, that sort of thing?
Yeah. Tanya says she uses Tequila Rose.
Oh, Tequila Rose. Gotta clean my glasses here. I'd like to catch a guy who fingers these things up.
That asshole.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Mrs. Spliffy used to like a shot of early times in her coffee. So
Back in the early
that's
times.
bourbon. Yeah, back in the early times. That's bourbon. So she doesn't drink anymore. She's diabetic. Werther's Original. They have a liqueur.
It's a candy.
I know it's a candy. Tequila Rose isn't a candy.
No. Tequila Rose will hurt you. It tastes good. It goes down smooth, but all that creamy garbage, that'll eat you up in the morning.
Well, some of those things I like. You know. I like. Now, is that an alcoholic beverage? Yeah. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I got to try that. Yeah, I'm going to try that one. That's got to be tasty. Have you tried that peanut butter whiskey?
No.
There's a peanut butter whiskey.
Yuck.
That's really good. Oh, it tastes just like peanut butter. It's really good.
No. So is Apple Crown Royal, but no, that good shit, it goes down too smooth, it tastes too good, and you drink way too much of it before you realize you shouldn't have.
Speaking of cowboys and recycling, have you heard about the good units? I joke of myself. Julia comments. All having fun with segueing from cow pies back to the recycling of people pies.
Soylent Green. Soylent Green. Yeah, see, tiny. Oh, it just tastes just like candy, and it'll hurt you. By noon, you'll be done.
Oh, the peanut butter? Yeah. It's like if you could mix it with something, if like maybe
Jelly.
maybe some good. I was thinking Godiva, you could make a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Ugh. As a drink?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bet you that'd be good.
I bet you that would make you sick.
No. That'd be good because you'd get hit with the chocolate second. Because it'd be heavier than the whiskey. That'd be really good.
I'll stick with my Pepsi.
I'd use the Godiva Dark because then you get the heavier chocolate taste. Yeah, definitely. I'd definitely try that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure you'll get it, Tanya.
People have been cooking with their dried fruit for ages. Yes, they have. Some still do. That's true. We're at their techie ways now. Yeah, ways more true towards modern sensibilities. Yeah. Of course, it was more common to cook with your livestock poop. You know, if you didn't use it for fertilizer. You know. Of course, I don't know how good goat poop is for fertilizer and stuff like that.
No idea. But yeah, I'm sure you'll get it, Tanya.
All right. Glad to hear that.
If they don't give it to you, let me know. I'll send Baby Yoda down there to fuck him up. Like,
Yeah, what do you say, Yoda?
Huh?
What you gonna do, Yoda? What are you gonna tell him?
Nothing right now.
No, ain't got shit to say.
I'm sitting back on the couch. I can't reach him. I'd
see.
smack him around. I'd smack him around for you, but I can't reach him.
Where's your cane?
Oh, it's right there.
Okay, I can give him a whack in the head.
No. I tried.
I've warmed in. Tried from fire of cow patty. Okay.
I'm glad I've never had to do that.
Yeah, do what you got to do. I've warmed my feet in a cow patty, but not intentionally. I was a young boy at the time. We were heading down the river going fishing. Went and rinsed them off shortly thereafter. Fond memory, actually. You. Just 1 foot, actually. Just 1 foot I warmed. It's a very fresh cow patty.
Yuck. Okay, Spliffy, I think that's about it for me, man.
Yeah. Well, then let's end this thing. And you know what I say? There's nothing funny about peace, love, and understanding. And you're coming down Tuesday.
Yeah.
Then I'll be doing a Tune In Tuesday show.
Okay.
So I'll see you then.